The Bishop's Appeal in 2020 was a remarkable success in an unprecedented time. Many of us, parishioners, clergy, members of our institutions, and friends, gave sacrificially to bless ministries at historic Vernon AME Church in Tulsa, ministries that were life-changing and community-building. As we reflected on last year, we began to explore other ways that the Bishop's Appeal could make a significant, tangible difference for good in Oklahoma. After much discernment and prayer, we now have our answer. Over the last 2 years, a group of Episcopal clergy and lay leaders in Oklahoma City have been wrestling with the challenge of women's incarceration in our state. This group of clergy and lay leaders began dreaming of ways to support women coming out of prison by helping them break cycles of addiction, trauma, poverty, and recidivism. Inspired by the work of the Reverend Becca Stevens in Nashville, Tennessee, and Thistle Farms, the vision for Magdalene House OKC was born.
I started using from a very early age. I was about 12. And by the time I graduated high school, I was using daily and also selling drugs to support my habit. I went to prison for the first time when I was 21. I was reincarcerated 3 times. I had no idea how to live a clean and sober life.
So Oklahoma historically being the #1 for incarcerating females in prison, we also don't recognize that we re-incarcerate individuals at an incredibly high rate.
After nearly 10 years of going in and out of the prison system, I hadn't gained any skills to help me change the way that I was living. On my 4th trip to prison, the Magdalene House came and did a presentation at the prison I was at. They set down a program for recovery and promised that they were going to love and support me through that program.
Being able to bridge those women in particular to the outside is of utmost importance, because not only are you helping that female, but you're helping the female's children and their children. It's a multi-generational change. It will break the cycles of addiction and incarceration and help pave the ways for better mental health.
The Reverend Becca Stevens came to Oklahoma City and did a presentation at the cathedral, and a number of clergy and lay leaders from the diocese were in attendance. And we started to learn about their model and how transformative it was for these women that participate in the Magdalene program.
We really loved the fact that it involved education, that it involved therapy, that it involved a lot of group work and a lot of support within the group of sisters that would live in the house. It really offers that long-term period of training, healing, and just a program that really can make a difference in someone's life.
When we thought about Oklahoma City at the crossroads of I-35 and I-40, it was like looking at a bullseye on the map and thinking, we need a Magdalene House in Oklahoma City. We have an opportunity to start something from the ground up. There's many fantastic organizations in Oklahoma City, but none quite like Magdalene House, none with the kind of long runway that many women need.
Magdalene House gives that respite piece. It gives the space that someone knows they're safe so that they can better participate in their own recovery.
But I set tight. The Magdalene program taught me to live according to spiritual principles: honesty, gratitude, courage. All of my needs have been met, and I've been able to excel in ways that I had never dreamed possible for me.
For many women, the Magdalene program is their first chance to really get their feet under them and to live in a way that's going to be that abundant life that Jesus talks about.
Every aspect of Magdalene House is going to be a way that we as Episcopalians live out our baptismal vows. We're respecting people's dignity. We're seeking Christ in everyone we meet.
And now is a time when we can come together and teach women that it's okay to be able to be cared for and to be able to prosper. And it is just invaluable to recognize that when a person comes out, that they are wrapped around and given services of support and encouragement and tools to succeed.
When you support Magdalene House, you're supporting women in rebuilding their lives. and healing from trauma and addiction and giving us hope for the future and prospects for the future. I couldn't even see a future ahead of me when I was using, but today I feel like I can almost accomplish anything, and I'm well on my way to do that.
The Thistle Farms Magdalene model has started some 45 homes in cities across the U.S. The model is an overwhelming success, with 85% of graduates remaining free of addiction and out of prison. Magdalene House OKC will house 8 women during a 2-year program that offers health care, dental, mental health, legal assistance, and spiritual support. During the program, women will work toward education and job training goals so that upon graduation they have experience and skills that help them achieve financial self-sufficiency. Statistics show that intervening in these women's lives can dramatically impact their family's social and economic trajectory and help break the cycle of generational poverty and trauma. Let's come together in this year's Bishop's Appeal to establish a home for these women and secure the first 2 years of programming for Magdalene House OKC. Please consider making a gift online at our website, epiok.org/donate. Let's make a difference again with God's help. Thank you, and may God bless you and your loved ones this Advent and Christmas season.